And it's live.
Okay, it says watch live, so we are going live. Good morning, everybody. If you're here, we are doing a live presentation on YouTube, and if you are watching this later, just know that there is a chat that we are talking to, so we're not just crazy and saying things. We'll try to keep you informed of what the chat is saying, but, you know, things get kind of wild and crazy here, right, Shell?
Yep, and I still haven't figured out how to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the thing?
Did you click on the live?
I don't see it. That's why. I'm going to go back to...
Peggy Bradford, Sherry, Barbara Clark are already here.
Wow,
Good morning. Lindsay is here. Donna Williamson is saying hello.
Where is the live? I don't know.
Okay, you should have a chat. So you have to scroll all the way up on the page where the comments normally would be.
I think maybe I have to find the live before I can look at anything. So
okay.
So right. Who am I on
we're
here?
Just sitting
okay,
here.
This is me. Yes, go ahead, Peg, while I'm messing with my thing.
Good morning, everyone. I'm glad you're all here. Today is all about pocket pages. And there are numerous pocket pages. There's no way we're going to cover all of that in this particular session, but we just want to share some ideas about pocket pages. So I'm going to share some pages with you that I have created. This is a page that has pockets where you can insert a tag or some other item into the page. And let me see, I don't know if that's coming up. Why is that not coming up? I'm like you, I'm just getting the picture. I'm not getting the... Why are we not getting the picture, Shell?
Mine is showing. Mine is showing that you're on there, see?
Okay, but on my phone, it's not. It says it's waiting.
Maybe your phone's just behind the times. But what I don't have on this that you were talking about is the chat. How do you get the chat?
Well, the chat...
You scroll down, right?
The chat should be somewhere on your screen for that. And because you're on an iPad, you're not an iPhone. It may be located someplace else. On the phone, it's right below, and you have to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you have to go to the live chat, and you can see I'm getting the live chat in here because Ian has joined us and Maria Duncan.
See, you've got all of it. Why is this so difficult?
I don't know, because, you know, now it says it's waiting. Are you guys getting a picture okay? Tell us, are you getting a picture? Because I'm getting a waiting.
And also, are you getting the chat? Because I don't.
They're getting the chat because they're talking amongst themselves.
Okay. Well, we know they're talking then.
Yeah. So they're in the chat and they're talking. So we're live, but for some reason I'm not getting the picture.
And I don't have the chat, and I don't know how to turn it on. I have no idea how to turn it on. Show me again on your phone where you turned it on.
Here I am. I'm starting over. All right.
Okay.
It still says waiting. But if I go to the live chat at the bottom, I can see the chat.
Okay.
And Ian says yes, so they must all be seeing it. I guess I'll just go with what I've got on my screen up here in Google because, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so anyway, this page, when you're creating a page like this, you need to make sure that you have pages that you can attach to on the back side. And I'll kind of go over that a little bit later, but you can see these are just tags that I've created individually, so you can hide things on your pages. You know, you can journal on the back side and stick it in to a page like this. And then remember back, we were doing pick a stick challenge, and we were doing different pages. This one is just a pocket that was created out of an envelope that was placed on here, so you can put things into an envelope. This is another one that I did with tags. let me grab a couple other things to show you. This one has, let's see, where am I? This one is a folded pocket where you're creating pockets in 4 areas here like this. And to do that, it's very simple. What you're doing is you're looking for the center of your page, and you're going to fold your pieces back. And I'll go over that a little bit later. And then once you've got those folded, you're just attaching it in the middle. So that's another idea for pocket pages. And then what I was going to, let's see, I think I showed you that. I showed you that. That's one I can work on. This one, for any of you that do planners, some of you do planners. Barb is saying, Shell, turn on your iPad sideways, horizontal. Look below the coming videos on the right.
I figured out why it wouldn't go. It says that my app is too old and needs to be updated. It's too old to see chat. So I'm logged in now on the YouTube. So then now tell me what you said, because still nothing down here at the bottom. I logged in on actual, you know, the internet, YouTube.
Okay, but on YouTube, it should be on the right-hand side, up above. Like a regular chat when you're in a chat group.
Yeah, it's not though.
Oh.
Well, you're going to have to do it again. I'll upgrade this later. And let me just say what I was going to say before you start, because obviously that's not going to work.
Okay, go ahead, Shell. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I need to upgrade the app on my iPad. I never use that. That's how come I didn't think of it before, because I never use this iPad mini at all. So I thought, oh, that's going to be great. And then the stupid thing is out of date. Okay, the pocket pages that I wanted to show you, obviously the most common is this pocket letter. A lot of people talk about that as being a pocket page. If you happen to have an 8.5 by 11 journal, you can insert one of these. And then of course, all these little pockets just have an ATC card sized little page in them. Something that they did over in International Crafters really recently was that they sent these out as only 3. They cut them and send them as little happy mail. I thought that was really great, but I didn't get participated because I was too late. But anyway, that was one thing I wanted to show you. Another way that I've inserted a pocket before. This is the journal that traveled around all over the world. Not the one I'm currently doing, but this is an older one. And I just took the page that I glued on here and I sewed on a piece of plastic. This is like a divider plastic. And then I could tuck in this little thing for people who were participating to write on. And they tucked other things in there too, obviously, postcards and things. And then, so then when they completed their pages, they tucked in a little thing. That's a way to include a pocket on a page. Something that I have done and I plan to do again, this is the journal I made last week. Was it last week we did journals? Yeah, I think so. And I like to use these little junk. These are from Chili's. They put their silverware and a napkin and a straw in these and give them to you. And I really like them because they say this brown bag is 100% green on the back. So I always get them. And these make really cute pockets attached to your junk journal pages. So it's another way to include recycling into your junk journals, which this is the one I'm going to use in November. And then another option for that would be, this is like some packaging from something that I opened yesterday, a pack of stickers. And you could make that as a pocket too, like if you wanted to make a clear pocket. Then this is something I'm working on. There's, you guys know about Inktober, and there's a bunch of different options. Inktober is where you make an ink drawing every day in October. And a lot of people have like made their own prompts or whatever. And I found one that was called 31 Witches. which I thought, how fun, how fun is that? 31 witches, and they have, you know, all different like prompts of different types of witches that you can draw each day. So I'm making this little book, and this book is made out of just these plain paper bags that you take for lunch. These are actually left over from when my kid used to take lunch long time ago. And all you do is just fold them over, and then you can make signatures out of them. But and then what I like to do, because I don't like this you know, this line and all this, and then on this side it has that, I just take another piece of paper, and this is just some mixed media paper I'm trying to use up, and I just glue it over that, and then that's what I use. But what's fun about it, and here's one right here that I've already completed. So I've glued the pages on either side, but then also there's an option for a pocket, because it's the bag where the bag opens. So I just cut this one 1/2 inch bigger around the edges, and then I use a little circle punch to bite, to bite out a little piece right there so that you can easily grab it. So then this will be additional pages, so I don't have to use as many bags for this. I need 31 pages, obviously. So that's another option for a pocket. I'm going to complete this book on my other channel. So if you guys want to see that, it'll probably go live October 1st. And then this is what I'm going to be doing my pages, my 31 witches in. But what I'm going to work on today, we finally got to that. This is my Life 2017 book, which is super behind. That's a Facebook group that Gina Ahrens and Cindy Utter and Jerry Bellini and Ann Williamson have. And you're supposed to be, you know, doing things. And I was trying to make it monthly, like, you know, February, March, and put in things that I did that month. Trying to just make 1-2 page thing every month. You can see that June, July, and August have not been done, but I was going to work on September, and so that's what I'm going to do today. The theme for September is It's All About You, It's All About Me. So I was going to make a page about my significant other, and I was going to make the pocket on the page be a pocket.
Hey, Shell, can I interject
Yes.
a little something here?
Yep, I'm done, so you can talk. I'll switch over to you.
Well, Barb is saying that your letters are backwards and wondered if you can reverse.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay, they look frontwards to me. So they are? Okay, I need to change the mirroring then. That's fine. I can do that very easily.
It's not on an iMac, so I'm not sure how things are. So I appreciate your assistance. And she's going to work on that, and I'm going to show you a couple more things. So this is, you know, we were talking about, let me see.
See, now to me it looks backwards.
Yes, it is correct.
But to you it's correct. Okay, that makes no sense. All right.
I know, it's the same thing when you do the Facebook Live thing. It's like, I don't understand it.
All right. Well, I put it back to normal because this morning I switched it, because to me on the screen it looks backwards.
Right. We're just going to have to do a little more double checking with each other before we start, I guess.
Okay. I thought I was being so clever this morning. I checked everything, and yeah. Anyway.
Well, yes,
dang it. Dang it.
Okay. So anyway, this is the 3 pocket that was sent to me after I did it. So if you wanted to see what they did, is they took the 9 pocket and they had cut down to the 3, and so it just fits in the standard size envelope. So even if you're doing international mailings, it's not that much for postage. So that was a fun swap. And then I had a couple more books here with pockets to show you. Here's a pocket that I created where I just put a pocket on the page and stuck a few little heart pieces in there. This one is, let's see, that's not what I'm looking for. This is one that I did for a challenge where I had created numerous pockets here and can slide pictures and things inside. I don't know if I'm on screen. There we go. So, you know, you can use pockets like this if you have, because you may want to put some notes or things on a photo that you're putting into a book. Or even just the ephemera. You may want to be able to pull it out later and take a look at what you have stored there. And then, let's see, what was the last one? The last this page where I had just created one big pocket with some washi tape. And so now I have a big pocket here where I can store things inside.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking about. Those, what is it? Are they dilutions? Journals always have a pocket in the front that you can stick things in. It's like one of those ones where you have the little string that you wrap around the little thingamajiggers. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. I do.
Those are always cool. So just to make sure again, that is correct, right? Everyone, it's the right side, the right way for you all.
I'm waiting for a response. Barb loves the curly one. Thanks, Barb. You were being clever, Shell.
I was trying to be
clever. Saying. Hey, Jerry's here. Yay.
Hello.
Let me quickly show you on a page how to do that folded pocket. Here's a page. It's got some color on it. So you're going to flip it over to the back, and you're just going to fold in the corner here, and the top one too. And then you're going to add your tape. You're going to add your tape right along this seam here. You're going to need a little bit wider tape than that because you're going to want it to overlap both sides. And then when you close it, it'll be adhered right down the middle here. But then you have a pocket here and you have a pocket here.
Yeah. Yours is doing the same thing as my mom's here, and she wants to watch live, and hers isn't working either.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just keep going here.
Yeah, just keep going. I'm going to try to get her thing to work here.
Oh, I tell you, it's just one of those mornings, right?
Well, Mom, your chat is working. It's just your video isn't going. The video is just nothing. It just doesn't have anything.
Yeah, that's what mine was doing.
You can see the chat. See, I can't see the chat. You can see the chat. So, well, you can watch it on, you can stay in here if you just want to sit down and watch me. And you can see on the screen. And then I'm going to borrow your phone to see the chat. So just pull up a chair. My mom's joining us.
Okay. Good. So this is a planner. And I'm going to show you how to make a little insert. Now, these can actually be hole punched. I bought my daughter a hole punch that matches these things. So I'm going to have to go visit her this next month. And so she's going to punch her own holes in this type of thing. But I'm going to show you how to do this. And you can see I have a number of pockets created in this. And this is just, this is some scrapbook, double-sided scrapbook paper. And what I did was I folded that, I cut it into 4 strips. So you've got 3 pieces 4 inches wide. And then this folds up. And if I want to make it the same size as this other one, I'm just going to fold it up. And, you know, you don't have to be precise with this. I'm not measuring and doing all that. I'm just folding this up. And this is going to be my first pocket here. And then I'm going to fold this back on itself like so. And I'm going to score that, and then I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this piece off. So I'm going to get a trimmer, and I'm just going to cut that down. So then I will adhere that piece. I'm going to use a punch on this one to give it a decorative edge. So I'm just going to punch this like so. And because these are coordinating papers and they have things that coordinate front and back, it all looks like a very well orchestrated something or other. Okay, so now I've got a decorative edge. And what I do then is I'm going to adhere it with, I would probably use a wet glue, but because we're trying to move on here, I'm just going to take some score tape, and I'm going to hit this side and this side, and this is going to be the first pocket. And what I'm going to cover this with is some self-stick single-sided laminating sheets. How are you doing, Shell? No, I don't hear her.
Sorry, I muted myself because I was trying to help my mom.
Sure, sure.
I can show you what I'm doing if you guys want to know. I started my drawing. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is my little drawing that I'm trying to do here. And I'm going to make the pocket be right here. And it's going to need to be bigger than that. It's going to be a very large pocket for a very small shirt, apparently. But that is what I was planning on doing. So back to Peg.
Okay, so I'm just putting some more score tape on here. And I'm going to, now Shell had asked me if I was going to use the fuse tool today. And I said, well, I hadn't planned on it. And she said, oh, I really wanted to see that. And so it's like, okay. Because we show our friends what they want to see, right? So
Absolutely.
I've got a fuse tool heating up. They take about 15 minutes to heat. So I'm not sure if it's really hot enough yet, but we'll give it a go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that. I took those laminate sheets, and it says on the instructions. Jerry says, I know, I'll ask her later. That's funny. I don't know what they're talking about, but they're talking about something. Okay, so it says to take this first little strip off. So that's what I've done is I've taken the top edge off of there and lay it face down at the top of that piece of laminate, okay, and put that down. And then we're just going to peel this and smooth so that we don't get any air bubbles. And that's working pretty well. And now I'm going to fold that up on the back side. I'm just going to take what's left of that and use a card or something to smooth that down with so that we get all the air bubbles out. And so you have this. And now you're saying, well, you just sealed your pockets. Yeah, that's true. But that's where the fuse tool, or if you don't happen to have a fuse tool, what I was using this morning was my X-Acto knife. So you want to make sure you're not cutting on your cutting mat. And I have a glass piece here. And I want to
You mean
use...
you're not cutting up your craft mat?
Yeah, I try not to do that. It's those things, right, that happens. But, you
Been
know,
there, done that.
I have done that before. I like to use a metal ruler just because you have a nice sharp knife blade and it will cut through plastic. So I like to use a ruler to do this with. So this first cut here, I'm just going to do using my X-Acto to show you how that goes. And what I do is when I'm working with this, I put it at a slant, and I'm just going to, you know, not put very deep pressure on because I don't want to cut through any more than that top layer. And so I've got my first little bit of score there, and I'm going to try to get my blade underneath like so. And make sure that I'm getting all the way through. And there will be a little bit of sticky left there. But what I do is I take that powder tool then, and I just powder that edge to keep it from sticking. And then over here, I'll try to use the fuse tool. Now, there are a couple of different tips. Right now I have this one. This is supposed to be for sealing things. So I can go right around the edge of this and make sure that my laminate is sealing to one another. And it looks like it's doing the job. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's got this little perforated edge to it. Not real well, is it? Not very well. Anyway, trust me, it's got a little dot edge to it. And what you typically do is you take a pair of pliers and change this tip out to the pointed tip. And I'm going to do that. How are you doing, Shell? Can I switch back to you to do that?
You can if you want to.
All right. All right, I'm gonna switch this tip out because it's going to be very hot and I need pliers to do that. So we'll look at what Shell's doing for a little bit.
Don't burn yourself.
Try not.
I've completed my sketch, and yes, my husband does have long hair and a mustache, and he has we make I make jokes about it, but he's got a dimple in his chin, which in the drawing kind of looks like a butt. But you get the idea. Anyway, so I think how I'm going to do my pocket, and I need to, I need an X-Acto knife. Where's my X-Acto knife? And Mom, can you get the cutter board over there? The problem is I'm attached to a headset, and so it's hard for me to get up and get stuff. Now, what did I do with that X-Acto knife? I had it the other day. Oh, there it is. See the up and down side? There you go. That's what I need. Thank you. I have an assistant today. I'm going to actually cut across here so that I have an opening. I might just make it slightly open, not a whole bunch because it's going to show from, you know, the little slice is going to show, but then I'll be able to tuck in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a piece to the back here, which I don't have, of course. But sorry, guys, I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was, but I'm going to attach a piece here using just some glue. And now this is going to show on the other side, so I'm going to have to end up what you should do if you were going to do this, and that what as I'm not doing is put glue two pages together. I want to be able to stick it in there. But what I'm going to do is on this side for next month, I will just collage over this, so you won't see this piece of paper because I collage a lot. So I'll just glue something over the top of it. It's not a big deal. So then I have a little pocket here that you can see. I will be able to stick a piece of paper down in it, which I'm going to then write things I like about this person and tuck it down in there. And then it will be secret journaling, basically, is what it turns out to be, is secret journaling, which we all love, because sometimes there's things that we want to say on our art journal pages that we don't want other people to read. So,
not me.
No? You don't draw pictures of people you hate and then write secret journaling about how much you hate them? Of course not.
I'm just giving you a bunch of you know that.
I don't do that. I don't do that. But you could if you wanted to. So, are you ready to do what you were going to do?
Well, I'm just putting, I can show them what I'm doing if you want me to.
I switched it back to you.
Okay. So
I'm going to have to go back
and something you may want to know is there are multiple tools out there on the market. This is a tool I've had for many, many years, and I didn't even think about it when I bought the Fuse tool. This is called a candy cane, and I use it as a gem setter because it has these kinds of tips that you put adhesive back rhinestones into. And so it heats the adhesive, and then you put it onto your fabric or whatever it is you're doing, and that sets it. But I was just checking, and yes, indeed, this tip will fit in this particular candy cane also. So if you own one of these, yeah, that tip fits. So I don't know if you can buy those tips separately or not, but I know I did buy the candy cane tips separately. So if you have the Fuse tool, you can buy the rhinestone setting tips, and I'll try to look up a link for you for that sort of thing, because you know, we like to get multiple uses out of our tools. So what I've done is I've added this particular tip to my what do they call this thing? Fuse tool. Yeah. And so it's heating up now, and then I'm going to use that to do my cut with.
So one of the tools is named candy cane?
Yes, this pink one. And you know, honestly, I think that there are wood burners that you can use for this too.
Yeah, I'll show you what I have. Well, where is it? It's on the ground somewhere.
Yeah, I think I've got a wood burner someplace too, because way back when I did some wood burning.
Here it is. This, I'll show you what I have. This has tips somewhere, but it's very cheap thing that is a wood burning tool. But what I've used it for, see how many times I've melted it? I've used it for cutting out stencils. And I don't know where the tips are right now, but this one is like $9 from Walmart. So,
and that's a good use for it. But if you look at the screw end where the tips go, if you can get a caliper or something and measure the diameter of the screw, you might be able to find multiple different types of tips to go into that.
You might be right.
And then it has multi-purpose.
But this would be too hot to fuse, though, right?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, this is really hot. Honestly, these are both really hot. It's that you don't leave it on there for very long. That's why I was using pliers to change the parts out with, because to me they get hot like a wood burning tool does. And I have cut stencils with this tip. I think you saw that video just about a week or so ago where I was cutting stencils using this tip, or masks. I guess I was doing masks, not stencils. But
I did watch that video, yes.
Yeah. So I like to have multiple options. And some of these people already have some tools in their arsenal, like I do, that they don't even know what to do with. So Barb says, believe it or not, I have the cover, Dorothy
Yeah, we have
I'm
to
not
roll
sure what
back and
you're
see
talking
what
about.
they were talking about. I saw one funny thing. Ian said that the kind of chin that I was talking about is called a Judge Dredd chin. I'm not
Okay.
sure he looks that masculine, to be honest, but
Well, I'm glad that you've got the chat now because mine kind
it's
of
on my mom's phone, and so
okay.
she can't have her phone, and the live is not playing on here, so I'm not sure. I mean, I've got the chat, but not the actual uh, stuff that's going on. You want to pay attention to what they're saying, and tell me if there's something interesting that they're saying, so that I can say it.
So
Okay.
Jerry's saying I really don't need a fuse tool. You can use a stencil cutter. Yeah, I think you can, Jerry. If what you're trying to do is cut, because what I'm doing on that upper one. Let me switch over here. What I'm doing on that upper one is I'm just going to cut through that layer. Hopefully this has gotten hot enough now. Doesn't feel like it's going through, but we'll give it a try. And I've just cut in, yeah, not quite all the way yet. So let me do it one more time.
So is Jerry meaning that you could fuse with a stencil cutting tool? Is what she was saying. Because see, what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I think it could if you got the right tip on there.
Okay. Because when I saw the fuse tool a couple years ago being demonstrated, I was so excited. It's like, oh, you can make all these different pockets, and you can do this, and you can do that. But of course, I didn't buy it because it was kind of expensive, and then
Right.
so then
Well,
I thought I didn't
and
have anything I
you
could
have an
ever.
X-Acto knife, right? So, it depends on what you want to do with it. And I like the fact that there are multiple uses for these kinds of things. Like I like the fact that I could set a rhinestone, or I can cut a piece, or I could fuse an edge. You know, I like the multiple use thing.
Yes, I agree. It's much better if we can use things for more than one thing. And we don't feel so ridiculous about spending $30 on a fuse tool if we could use it for more than one thing.
Yes, I don't know if you missed that, Barbara, but this was a piece of paper that I started with, and I just folded my paper. I'm making my pockets, folded my paper, folded it back, cut this off, and then what I used was some self-seal laminating sheets over the top, because this now is laminated, so I can wipe it off, and I've got a nice plastic piece here. I can punch my holes, and then this is going to fit into a small journal that you're taking with you, or a planner, and I can punch that and have it go in here. And then what I had done is I was making these for my daughter and granddaughter because they are planner people. I am not. uh, I have everything on my phone, so I don't really do this, but I do take something like this for little drawings and notes and that sort of thing. So you can tuck in what you want to. Here, this is from the dollar store. Me and my dollar store. But I thought my granddaughter would like to have a tassel to go on the book. Here are some pieces that they can use in their planner. So you can just tuck all these fun little things in here for them to take with them with their planner.
Just keep reading them. If there's a question, let me know.
I'm looking.
Oh, I was talking to my mom. She's being a monitor. She's monitoring the chat because there's no
Okay,
video for her to
good,
watch.
good, good.
So we need those. So
Jerry says, yes, that is what I was meaning, Shell.
okay, all right. So I don't have a stencil cutter, but I have a wood burning tool. Is that the same thing?
I'm going to trim off the excess plastic. I had on the first one that I made, this was my sample, and I had trimmed off the excess plastic on there. I don't think it's necessary if you're fusing it, to trim it.
I need to
It's up to you. It's one of those things where it's up to you. And if you're going to be punching holes, the more plastic, the better, I don't know. That's my ideas anyway on that.
All right.
So
So my page is ready to start painting and decorating. I don't know if anybody wants to watch that or.
Of course they do.
Okay, this is my page. And I'm going to do, what I'm going to do for the face is to use Neocolor 2 crayons. If I can get them without killing myself and having everything fall down on my head. And then I'm going to collage the rest of it. And I'll probably put acrylic in the back. And then I'm going to glue these words on. And then I'm just going to stick something in the pocket. That's it. There's not much else going on here. So the way that I use Neocolors is I blend them either with white acrylic or, in this case, I'm going to use matte medium. And that makes them more permanent because, you know, it is a water-based medium. And, of course, I then abuse my little watercolor things, which, you know, these, I soaked all these, by the way. I think we talked about that last week. I soaked all the little, these parts in Murphy's oil soap for several days, and they seem to be, some of them seem to be working now. So that's probably the answer to the problem. So are you working on the little pocket for your granddaughter and daughter then?
No, actually, I was going to show them a different type of pocket.
Okay, I'll switch it back to you.
Okay. So let me grab some paper.
Or me until you get back. She had to run off.
I had to grab my pile of paper here.
Okay.
So what I was going to do was show them how to make like a little 6x6 pocket page that they can then, you know, you can glue these back to back and make a little mini album.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing with the but I was using the, what are those things called? Paper sacks.
Uh-huh.
You glue them back to back to back, and then you create a mini album out of them.
Yeah. So these are just double-sided scrapbook papers. Yeah, I have a ton of double-sided scrapbook paper from when I used to do a lot of scrapbooking, and I need to use it up anyway. So I thought, well, let's just make something, right? So what you're going to do is I'm going to use a tool, which is my cutting tool. And I am going to, Jerry says she loves that you're doing the year prompt.
As I am several months behind, yes.
I'm going to change this out to a score tool, okay? And I'm going to measure at 6 inches. And I'm just going to score it 6 inches, one direction, and then I'm going to turn the page, and I'm going to score it at 6 inches. And now I want to, where it's, see, I've got the 6 inch and the 6 inch score. What I want to do is start at the 6 inches up in the middle, and I'm just going to do this at 1/6 and 1/8. So I take my, I'm actually going to change out my blade to a cutting blade now, because I'm not scoring now, I'm cutting. If I can get it in there. There we go. And I'm going to set it at the 6 inch mark. I have my paper at the 1/6 and 1/8 inch before I set it down, and then I'm going to cut a slot there. I'm going to slide that back to the 6 inch mark, go back up to my 6 inch mark, and I'm going to cut that there, because what I want to do is to remove this little piece of paper right here in the middle. So I grab some scissors and cut that out of there. And the reason you do that is because when you fold your paper, you need to have room for the paper. The paper actually takes up some space when you're folding your pages. So if I'm folding these on that 6-inch line, I need to have room for it to close here in the middle. And I've lost my chat again. Okay, come back, come back. Oh dear.
I think it just it does a little down arrow when you want to go, when you want to jump to the end or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so now you can cut these any way you want to. You could cut this diagonally, and you can make a pocket this way. I can cut this way. I can cut this way. You know, I can create a number of different pocket styles just by doing the 6x6 fold. And then you pile these pages back to back. When you're going to create your book, you're going to glue those back to back. And then you have created pockets here that you can put tags into, all of that sort of thing. How are you doing, Shell?
I'm doing good. I'm just coloring. Just coloring.
Okay, we like to watch you color.
Some people do. I don't know if everybody does, but I'm adding highlights. The light should be coming from this side in. So shadows go on this side of the face, highlights go on this side of the face. And I need to make bigger eyebrows because he's got really big, bushy eyebrows. But I'm feeling pretty satisfied that this does actually look like a male, which I have struggled with in the past. My males look very...
Everybody
girly.
has a little bit of problem with that. So
yeah. But I put the big square chin, you know, trying to make it look more masculine. And I think that that made a difference. Does it look like the person that I'm trying to portray? No, but that it has enough characteristics that it's identifiable. I'm not capable of making whatever the caricature artists do to pick out things that actually, you know, make something look like someone. I'm not capable of doing. I don't know how to do that. So somebody, who was it? Jerry asked if I was working from a photo. No, I am not. This is purely from memory. If I really thought that I was going to try to make it really look like him, I would work from a photo. I'm certainly not opposed to that. It just happens that I wasn't that prepared. I thought I was prepared, but apparently I wasn't. Barbara says, Shell, did you put matte medium in your water brush? No, I didn't put it inside my water brush. It's just, I don't know if you guys, it's right here. Here's the matte medium, and here's some white acrylic paint. And I use the water brush to do the water portion, which it comes, you know, brings out water. So I can blend the Neocolor IIs, and then I just dip it into here. And that helps by blending the water and the matte medium or acrylic paint together. It helps the Neocolor II remain permanent. It kind of turns it into an acrylic paint, basically. So that's what I'm using to blend the Neocolor, because the Neocolor II is just a watercolor. And it's I do plan to collage. Not sure exactly what I'm going to collage yet, because I'm just winging it here at this point, which is what live is, right? It's just winging it.
A lot of winging it.
Yeah. I think this looks quite a bit like him. He has very high cheekbones, a mustache and long hair, and large eyes, so, and very bushy eyebrows. So I think, what do you think, Mom? Does it look like him? She says pretty good. I'm getting a little bit of balling up of the paper, though, which doesn't make me happy.
Oh, what kind of paper are you using?
It's 140-pound watercolor paper. It's not Arch's brand. It's Canson, I think, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a little bit of, it's cold press. It's not hot press, which probably makes a difference. I'm kind of going over it quite a bit. So what do you have? Let's see. We'll go
Well,
back to you.
I'm still playing with that pocket page. What I'm doing now is, you know, I told you that there are different ways that you can create these. So I was showing you this one, which is the page where I had actually cut a piece off here and had flipped this up this direction. So those are two different pockets. And then on this one, what I did was I had punched the edge, and then I had run paper through that punched piece to create a decorative element. And it also helps to reinforce the pocket because I can wrap that around and glue it on the back side. Over here, like this, I can glue this piece down, but then it also creates another place to tuck something because I can tuck in from this side or I can tuck in from this side. So it just creates more pocket space.
Can't have too many pockets.
That's right. So that's one way. And then this one I had cut, remember I had shown you the initial layout for doing one of these pages. And so I had cut a piece out here. This flips up. I can create a pocket in here. And then I cut a triangle off of this 6-inch square down here. This is going to flip up this direction, but what I'm doing is I'm scoring this other triangle that I cut off at a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to score the other side of that at a 1/2 inch. I think at a 1/2 inch. And then when you go to apply that, you're going to cut that tip off right here. I can find it. These pattern papers are not always easy to see where the edge is, but I'm just gonna cut across there.
Susan is asking. She's late, so welcome, and she's asking if Peg is my mom.
No,
No, no. Peg lives in the Midwest. I live on the West Coast, and my actual mom is here in the studio with me. Her name's Daisy. Peg and I are friends, and Peg's not old enough to be my mom.
Well, maybe an older sister. How's that?
Yeah, maybe an older sister.
Okay, so then when you fold this over, you have these little wings up here, so you're going to want to cut those off. And so now I have a place to put my adhesive. Grab some score tape here. That's too thin. That might work. Okay.
I just thought of something horrifying.
Oh, not horrifying. We don't need that.
Horrifying to me. I just realized that if this side of my page, the It's All About You side with my pocket is a drawing that I've created of my husband, the other side has to be a self-portrait.
I think you're right.
No.
Let's hear from the gallery. The other side has to be shell, right?
I mean, it has to, because that's like the nature of my idea, but it didn't occur to me I was going to have to do a self-portrait. I'm not happy about that. No one will ever see it.
That's funny. Yeah, it's your journal.
Yes, it belongs to me. It will not be something that's done on camera,
Yeah.
I do not believe.
On the inside of this triangle, I'm just going to flip that up.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this because I'm like not paying attention because I'm trying to do something here. So I need to find out all this information that Peg is giving.
Well,
I'll have to go back and watch it. Good thing they're
and then-
recorded.
Then because I have a pocket here now, this is a little bit smaller, and I can peel that tape on this one. And you see how the corners came together there where I cut that off. You have a nice mitered corner. So this is going to fit down here. And because we came in a little bit, you have the room to fold. Well, if I can get it straight. Room to fold. And now I have two pockets, so I can just cut some paper for my tags. And I'm going to cut those, I think, at about 5 inches because those were 6-inch areas that we, helps if you change out to a cutting blade.
That's probably going to help.
So I'm going to do this like 5 by, I think I'm going to do it, well, I think I want to cut that decorative edge on here. So let's do the punching, and then I'll figure out how big I want to make that. See, I kind of fly by the seat of my pants because I don't necessarily know how big I want something. That's why we make templates, right?
Yep.
So let's see, that's gonna go right in there.
I always lose my templates though. I think I'm being so smart and I make templates for things that I think I'm going to make again and then promptly lose the template and have to make it all over again.
I think I've done that myself. Of course, I didn't get that centered, so it's not real good on this edge, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. So then if I want that to go in my pocket, I think I want it to be about that big. See my fancy measuring here. And I don't know what that works out to be, but we'll find out here shortly. That works out to be about 5.5 inches. And then what I had done on that other one is I had taken a strip, maybe 1/2-inch piece of paper, like so. And I'd done my weaving. Whoop. And it doesn't matter which side you use. You can pick whichever one you like the best. And we're just going to weave through the top for a decorative element. And I can fold this to the back and glue that down. And let's see what Chad's doing.
Are we switching to me?
Yeah, let's switch to you.
All right. I think I'm happy enough with this for now. I'll refine the drawing later. I'm going to start collaging his shirt, being careful not to mess up the pocket. So I've just got this big bucket of crap that's around, and I want blue, I think. So I'll just start with, bits and bobs that are bluish, and maybe a little bit of teal. This is literally just stuff that's been sitting under my desk. And I'm just going to collage away. So that'll be fun.
Okay, you are best at collage.
It's what I love to do. That's why. It's my favorite.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's just something that I really enjoy a lot. Oh, that one has interesting. These are actually gel prints that I made with at some point. Next week, speaking of gel prints, next week we're going to be gel printing live on Thursday at 8 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock Peg's time, and 4 o'clock in London, I think, and so on and so forth. You guys can use a converter to figure out. Michael Ann says that my husband looks like a 70s rocker. He will very much enjoy that characterization because he is very into rock music. He's not a musician, but he's very into rock music and goes to a lot of concerts. And so that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I'll share the photo of my husband when we first met sometime. He kind of looked like a mountain man because he had the full beard and long hair and,
Awesome. He doesn't have it anymore. He's
No. That one of my favorite pictures of him was when we'd gone up to the cabin and he had his bibbies on, because we'd been working on roof. We'd been working on the roofing, and he had his bibbies and no shirt, so he was He-Man,
So what you're saying is he was hot.
Actually, he was, I mean, when I met him, he used to run 10 miles a day.
Nice.
So I'd get on my bicycle with the baby on the back, and I'd follow along behind him when he'd go for his run.
And now they're all just old. I don't talk about mine very much because he's not a public person. He's a private person. Doesn't like to be involved in the situation that I'm in with my whole YouTube family. He just isn't interested in being involved in any of that. So the fact that you're seeing me draw him is pretty amazing in and within itself, or that I've even mentioned that he exists. Because he would prefer I didn't. So that's the reason I don't.
You have reasons, and I get that. It's just, I think my life is an open book.
Yeah. I think that when you're on YouTube, it kind of has to be. I mean, people are interested in everything about you, which is actually pretty boring in my case, but people still seem interested. So
you are not boring, Shell.
Pretty boring.
And Jerry's saying, Shell, my hubs hate social media. He's the same way.
Yeah.
Barb is saying I can watch jelly printing for hours. It's a bad habit.
Yes, I can watch hours too. I love it.
A lot worse habits,
Yeah. So, Peg, what are you going to be finished with today that I can put on the thing?
Oh, gee, I'm supposed to have something finished?
Well, what am I going to put on the, what's that thing called? Thumbnail.
I can finish one of those things for my granddaughter, and I was going to, try to finish up a couple of these. How are you doing? How close to being done are you?
I mean, it's I don't know how much time have we used up?
It is 11 o'clock, so we've been on for an hour.
Well, let's go to hour and a half.
Okay.
That's what we normally do. I mean, they're just watching me collage at this point, so.
Yeah.
Is everyone enjoying the collaging? Oh, Mom, you've lost the thing again. Oh. See what they say.
Well, Michael Ann says she loves that you're doing your husband. It's very sweet. Can you change the thumbnail from a live? I don't know what that means. Sorry.
No, you can't, Jerry. I have to do it after the fact. So once we have photos at the end, then I will create a thumbnail like I made on the other ones with both of our projects in it, and then I will be putting that thumbnail up for the people who watch later. That makes sense? Did I make sense? I don't know. Do I ever make sense? No. But I mean, there has to be something up there for people to look at. Like, in my opinion, you need to put a picture of the project that you completed so that when someone's scrolling through, they say, oh, I want to look at that. I mean, otherwise, how are they ever going to be interested?
Right. You so right.
I mean, that's how I pick what I'm going to watch. I have my subscriptions, and I just go through and scroll down through the subscriptions, and then either I pick based on what I see, or I pick based on it's my friend and I want to watch their video, basically. If it's my friend, I want to watch their video, then I watch it. But otherwise, I'm looking for something that catches my eye and seems interesting.
Yeah, and there's a big debate about that because some people don't want to put up what their project is, and I'm saying, well, if you're not attracting them with the picture, then how are you going to keep their attention in the video?
Yeah, I agree with that too, because basically the way that I have created my channel and the way that I think about YouTube is the way that I view.
Mm-hmm.
So if I know that I'm going to scroll through and look for a picture of something that I want to look at, then I know that I'm not the only one who thinks that. Basically, that's how I pick. That's how I make my decisions, and other people make their decisions based on what they think. So
yeah,
you just never know.
Well, I mean, I pass a lot of stuff up just because I look at that first picture and I say, I don't know if that's gonna, because your time is limited. You only have so much time to spend doing that sort of thing.
Definitely.
And I want to make sure that I'm getting some good content out of the time that I spend viewing.
Yeah. And then the other way that I view, of course, is if I'm looking for something specific.
Yeah.
And that's when you need to make sure that your titles and everything match what you are doing, because somebody might be specifically looking for jelly printing or specifically looking for whatever,
Yeah, that's where those hashtags and all of that sort of stuff come into play, because if you don't have the right search engine working for you, then you're not going to get anybody in to watch.
Yep. All little things that you have to think about that you never thought you were going to have to think about when you started doing YouTube.
I love the Hawaii shirt.
It does look a little bit like a Hawaii shirt, doesn't it? Wasn't exactly what I was intending, but whatever.
Well, whatever,
It's a cool rocker shirt, all right? It's a rocker shirt. It's what a rock star would wear if there was a rock star.
Rock on.
Rock on. So, Mom, what are they saying since you're paying attention and I'm not? Someone did say Hawaiian shirt, okay. I'll have to bring in some Posca pens or something and do some more definition, or a charcoal pencil or something, because it's pretty, I'm losing my lines. I'm losing my lines.
Uh-oh.
Could be the end of the world.
Sounds like an illustration moment to me.
What? Well, it's not your drawing, so it's not going to. My mom is saying she doesn't like the way the shoulder is.
Ah. Well, this is live.
Yeah, this is live, and it's hard to. There's a lot of pressure of,
Yeah,
you know, making something in the moment.
it's right.
It's a little bit tricky.
We
It's
welcome
tricky.
everybody to try it at least once.
Yes, please do. I want to watch other people's lives. That would have been good, except for someone is saying that he needs a metal shirt like Iron Maiden or Metallica, which he does have a lot of those, but there wouldn't have been a pocket.
Uh-oh.
And this is pocket page day, so he's wearing a work shirt.
Definitely need a pocket.
Couldn't very well put the pocket on a Metallica shirt. So I'm running out of papers. Running out of papers.
Whoa.
We better put back to you because you're probably doing something, and I've been monopolizing the screen.
No problem. I'm just continuing with making pocket pages, which I started earlier. I'm just gluing things down at the moment.
People like to watch gluing.
Yeah. Well, with this kind of video content, you always get gluing, cutting, heat gun.
Tools, yeah. For sure.
Okay, and then I need some more tape on this side. This is where my pocket is going. I need to find the, whoops, I need to find the edge here and here. And thanks, Jerry. Jerry's given me a compliment.
Oh, how nice.
It's always so nice. It's nice to have kind people in the crowd.
Yes. I don't know if that's always going to be the way it is.
No. Now, sometimes there are trolls in the group. Okay, so now I have this pocket with this piece that can go in here. I have another pocket. I'll have to create something to go in here. I have a pocket here where something can slip in. And then this is the page that had the triangular shaped one. So I have a pocket over here that this slides into. I have two pockets on this side. So I've created a tag to go in here. And then what you can do is you can take these. I need to trim that out. You can take these and glue them back to back like this so that the pages are going to flip like this.
That's pretty awesome. So what are you going to use that book for?
I don't know.
Are you going to do 31 Witches with me?
Oh, I might.
I think you should. I think you should do 31 Witches.
I had considered it, but October is going to be kind of a busy month for me.
Yeah, I'm going to be gone.
Yeah.
A substantial amount of it. So, but I'm still going to do it because it's just an ink drawing.
Yeah.
It's just a little ink drawing. So.
Well, and honestly, I could do an ink drawing and just post it on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. But you still need a book for it, so you
Yeah.
could use that book to do your ink drawings.
Yes, I could.
Yes, I think you should. I think it would be great. She says convincingly.
I think I need a couple of tags to go in here since I'm going to be doing drawings on this.
Yes, yes, yes. Tags, more pockets, more things, more everything. All right. I think my collaging is done pretty much. And I need a background of some sort. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of collaging on the background too, because I have this brown color. I might do that. I believe this piece of paper was sent to me from a viewer, and it's been very handy. I think it's stained with alcohol ink.
Oh, cool.
I'm not sure because I didn't make it, but
I like alcohol ink. You know that.
oh, you really like alcohol ink. You're very much into that. Yes.
Yes, I do. Oh, thanks. Edwidge is saying it's inspiring.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm glad. I hope you all can make pocket pages and your own journals and all of that sort of stuff. That's kind of where we've been concentrating this month, is on those types of things.
Peggy, yes, I will. Let's see, what'll I do? I'll post. Peggy, do you follow me on Instagram? Because I saw that on Instagram. I might be able to post it on Facebook too. She's talking about the witches.
Oh, yeah.
I have the graphic that has all the prompts on my computer, and after the show, I can go try to find ways to repost it.
Yeah, just repost to Instagram. It'll go up.
Well, I just finally learned how to do that.
Well, there you go.
Know that you could repost on Instagram until I mean, you have to have another app to do it. But that was a thing that we learned doing Jerry's design team. We all had a big discussion. How do you repost on Instagram?
Well, thank you, Susan. Susan likes the pockets.
Good. I'm going to be excited to see your ink drawings of witches on your pockets. Now that I've convinced you that it's a really great idea.
I like Halloween stuff anyway. You know that.
Oh, I know you do. That's how come I think you will like doing witches. Witchy witches.
Yeah.
Yep. How much time have we used up now? Too much?
No, we're only at 17, so you've got time.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish this in time. So I'm probably going to have to post the finished page later sometime. Because this is going to take a little bit of thought.
Yeah. You've got a pretty in-depth project there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit quicker than it actually is. So I forget how long it takes to paper paint. Because you know I speed up my videos, and then when I'm watching my own videos, I think it's like, oh, that was really quick. No, it really wasn't. So I'll finish this today and then post it somewhere.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, I did my mini mission inspiration this morning, so I've got to get that one up.
Yes. Barbara is saying that she really wants to see the pocket, so I do need to do the pocket next. I'll just stop this portion and do.
There you go.
Hopefully I can actually get in the pocket. I may have collaged over it a little bit. Yes, the whole point of the show is pocket pages, not me doing whatever it is I do on a normal basis. I tried not to collage over it, but the hole is still there, and I need to make a piece to stick in it.
Oh, don't struggle. It's okay.
Well, I didn't mean to, but I think I got a little bit of junk over the top of it. I thought I was being very careful. I did. All right, so I wonder how wide it is. Let's measure. Measure. Where's a measure? Measurer. It's probably... Uh-oh. This is a weird measuring tool.
Oh, Mary's leaving. Bye, Mary.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. I think it's about 2 1/4. So I'll be right back. We'll switch back to Peg.
I'm just putting some score tape down because I'm going to put these 2 pages back to back here. Since I now am making a journal to make witches. Oh, there we go. Peel that stuff up. Make sure I've got things going up the right direction before I stick them together. That's one thing I've done before, and easy to do. You know, if you've got multiple pages out on your desktop, and then glue things upside down. Yeah, done that. Come on up off of there. Some of these are a little bit trickier than others. Whoop, there we go. I think I'll put some in the middle. Ooh, that's the end of that one. All right. Oh, but I have a new jelly print tool. Okay, so I've got that. This is going this direction, and this one is going this direction. So I'm doing it the right way. I'm gonna put those, line those up and put them together. And now I have multiple pocket pages. I need to trim that a little bit. Right there. So what else do I need to glue down here? I think those are all glued. Okay, so let me go back to this one. This is that cute little tassel that Candy had made for me. I'm using it, Candy. Okay, so here are these. And you can get all kinds of cute things to go in here out of the dollar spot and all of that kind of thing. Here's something I didn't show you. These are out of that is it Target? I think these are Target ones where they have these pages. So I mean, you could put extra pockets on these, and they're going to go right into a planner too. You can get these and then use some of that laminating sheet and just put pockets onto these. So there's another idea for you. But this was a Happy Plan or something. I don't remember if somebody sent this to me or where I got this. But what I do is I cut up some of these types of things to tuck in here. I like the gold because it matches the gold that I've got on here. And then those little tassels were from the dollar store. I've got another one here, so I can add that.
So I think I'm ready with my pocket.
Okay.
I'll switch it back for a sec. Okay, so I did some illustrative lines and I drew back in my, oh great, I just put this right in the, I just got paint all over it. But anyway, I cut this little piece, which is just going to be a list of things that I like about him. And I can do it on both sides. And then it's just going to tuck right down in here. And then I just need to make the top part of it like one of those, what do you call it? Pocket that you would put in a pocket, like a handkerchief or something.
Hi, Danny. Candy's here. Susan, I keep throwing those tape rolls out. Yeah, don't throw them away. Too funny.
So there you have it. That's my pocket.
Very cool.
Something like that. It's a little bit too long. Needs to go down in there further. There. So it's inside here, and I'll collage over this back. And when the page is finished, it'll have these letters on it. I guess I could start with those. I didn't quite get the back filled in, but anyway, back to Peg. What are they saying, Mom?
I'm just tucking little things in here so that these pockets are interesting for my girls. And like these are some stickers that they can use in their planners and all that kind of stuff.
Danny says, "Hi, Peg. It's amazing what can be done with paper. I've never done art like you and Shell. I find it fascinating."
Oh,
thank you.
We're glad you're here, Danny.
Jerry's laughing because it's her fault that we've had to learn how to share things on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Well, I actually have shared before, so you know, I was.
So you already knew how to do it.
I was up to speed.
I mean, it's not that I haven't shared anything before; it's that I didn't know how to do it on Instagram.
Yeah. No, I
had no idea.
I had used Instagram Share before, but it is a learning curve on that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, the fact that you have to get a different app to do it is like,
yeah.
Like,
well,
really?
Nobody understands that. You know, how I figured it out is because I was following somebody else and I saw that little thing down in the corner and I said, oh, what's that?
Ah, you were curious.
I am a curious sort, let me tell you. So then I had to go out and investigate and see just what that application was because, you know, I'm all about the apps. All about the apps. And yeah, it's like, cool beans. I can repost.
They should just make that part of their whole thing.
One would think that they would do something like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But, oh well. Oh, I like these little shiny ones. I think I should get some of those on there.
Shiny.
Gold. They're gold. It's golden.
It would be better if they were copper.
Do you remember Treasure Sierra Madre? It's an old movie. You haven't seen that movie?
No.
Oh my gosh, you gotta watch that movie. It's an old Western.
Gold.
Yeah. Well, we have jokes in the house about gold. You know, there's one movie where this chick can't speak correctly and she's talking about Goldamini Creaky. And the Sierra Madre one is batches. We don't need no stinking batches, because they're talking about the sheriff and yeah. So it's funny, you know. Some of the lines are really funny in there. A little movie memorabilia moment here.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's find out if I could spell. Gonna glue my letters on.
In Facebook. Yeah, been there, done that one, Ruth. I tell you, you know, it's all of the things that are out there, whether it's Google or Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or Snapchat or, oh my goodness, Periscope. And I mean, we could go crazy with social media right now, honestly.
And more companies are getting into it just because they want to make the money, and so more things keep coming out, more apps, more this, more that. Just never ending, for sure.
For sure. Well,
Okay, this is going to blend in pretty good. I'll switch this back over. So I can, hey, what are you doing? Don't do that. Machine, stop that. All right, so it's all, I'm going to put all on this side. This is the prompt for the Facebook group. My Life 2017, I think it's called. Or is it called something other than that? I think it is.
I'm sorry. What did you say it was?
The name of the Facebook group, is it My Life 2017? Is Jerry still here? She can
I think it is My Life. Or is it My Year? I get it mixed up. My Life or My Year?
It's one of those.
Well, because I had one. Okay, I can tell you. I have to grab that book. It is My Year.
My Year. Okay, that I was thinking I was
know
wrong.
that is because my book says My Life on it, and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's
What
My
is
Year.
mine?
It's My Year 2017.
That's the front of my book right there. It says My Life 2017 on it, because that's what I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, because I
That's
think that's what she called it at first, and then she changed the name of it. So, yeah.
That's probably, yeah, it's not us. It's her.
Hey, let's blame somebody. Too funny. I gotta have some green tea here.
I think I drank all my tea. It's gone. So these letters, for you guys who didn't know, can you hand me that right there, Mom? That stamp set? I thought it'd be kind of fun to do these like grungy, pretending to be cut out from magazines or whatever letters, and it's from a stamp set. So I just made 1 inch by 1 inch pieces of cardstock and stamped these with black, and then now I'm just gluing them on with tacky glue. So I'm getting there. This is almost done. It's just going to require some refining.
You're looking good.
Let's switch back and see what you're doing. Nobody wants to watch me glue letters.
I was putting a piece of paper down so I could take photos for the end.
Oh, are we done then? Shall we be done?
I don't know.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah. Do we have any questions from the crowd?
Yeah. Before we sign off.
Her book says My Life too. Jerry says My Year. Yep.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be My Year, but we all.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anything else rolling in, Mom? Any questions about anything?
Barb Clark, I like your letter shell. Like that stamp set. I've avoided buying it a couple of times.
I would have thought it was discontinued by now. I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I think, about 10 years ago. For 10 years. So.
Some of that stuff I think they recycle.
Yeah, also I think people sell older ones. I even have seen them on Amazon now. People are selling older stamp sets on Amazon, which I find strange. Didn't know. But I guess you can sell your own stuff on Amazon now too.
Yeah. I guess you can. I mean, I've sold a lot of my stuff off. So, yeah. Not on Amazon, but I have done that.
You open your own little Amazon store. You could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're done. Oh, somebody wants it. What's the name of the stamp set? Oh, show it to me again. It's from Stampin' Up. It's probably retired, and it is called Collage Alphabet. I've had it for a long time, so I assume, but I might be wrong. I have not seen a Stampin' Up! Catalog in a really long time, so it's possible that something like that could have come back or could still be there. I'm tuned completely out of it. I was done with that. So
Got it.
So I'll just show you my page as it is, and looks like Peg's got her 2 little pocket letters. Is that what you call them? Pocket, what would you call those?
Pocket pages.
Just pocket pages.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, these are all my pocket pages. So
She got a lot more done than me. And then here's mine. I've got my letters on there. I've got my little pocket that I'm going to write on. I still need to do some finishing up. So I'll post a picture of it when I'm done. But I got my letters on. So that's it for us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us. And we're always happy when people show up. And we'll be here again next Thursday with jelly printing.
yes, we will.
Bye-bye.
Bye.